Slow robot. Okay. Today I want to talk about genre, and more specifically, I want to talk about genre in the context of trying to create your own identity, your own sound, musically. So, it is my contention that genres are stupid, and particularly for this reason, when you're thinking about creating music, genres are by definition, are very backward thinking. So they're used to catalog stuff that is already there. They're used to catalog music that has been put out, that exists in reality. It's there. It's not forward thinking. So genre is not concerned with what's coming up. And because of that, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to think about your music as you're writing it in terms of genre. So a thought experiment is to think about your favorite genre of music and then think about your least favorite artist within that genre. So, like, for example, for me, one of my favorite punk bands is called Minor Threat, and they have a very different sound than one of my least favorite punk bands, Blink 182. They're both in the same genre, but both have vastly different sounds. There's so much stuff in Minor Threat that I enjoy that is completely absent in Blink 182, and then there's stuff in Blink 182 that is completely absent in Minor Threat. And so the takeaway from that kind of thought process is the genre doesn't matter to me. I don't care that they're both punk bands. If I go into a record store and I see a Minor Threat album next to a Blink 182 album, I'm not going to pick up the Blink 182 album because I don't like it. I don't have any... The genre goes right out the window at that point because I know what I like. I know the bands well enough that I can make a determination which I prefer. So how does this apply to actually writing your own music? So the concept of genre, so I've seen, comments on message boards and stuff where people are like, oh, well, how do I, make a song that in this genre, that kind of thing. Like, and I think that's kind of a really terrible starting point. Not that you shouldn't ask that question if you there are cases where that is a useful question. If you're trying to learn about a particular genre, like the conventions of the genre, of course, you should, of course, learn how to create a kick sound for that genre or learn how they structure their chords in that genre. That kind of stuff is completely, of course, you should do that if you're trying to learn the conventions of a particular genre. But if you're trying to find your own sound, if you're trying to make your own music that's interesting and different and stands out from everyone else, you shouldn't be thinking in terms of genre. You shouldn't be asking the question, what genre am I writing in? You should be asking the question, what do I like? And obviously the concept of genre naturally has a tendency to constrain your thinking to those kinds of arbitrary rules that are associated with that genre. And on the flip side, if you come at it from the question of what do I like allows for infinite freedom to carve your own musical and artistic path along the way. So for example, if I like certain elements of two different styles of music, I can take a twangy, weird, like country slang and guitar lick and I can put it into a thrash metal song, or I can put it into a dance hall song or something, down tempo. You're not restrained by the conventions of a particular genre. You're just saying, what do I like aesthetically, and does it work in the context of the overall piece? And I think that is just a healthier way to find your own sound, rather than trying to learn a particular genre and then following that. And then I think that the reason that starting from the position of genre is kind of detrimental in finding your own sound is because you have a tendency to, once you've established that kind of pattern, once you've kind of established a mode of working, then it becomes very easy to come back to. And so if you're writing a metal song, a heavy metal song, and you're always thinking in that mode, and you keep, that's what you started learning on, it's going to be easier and easier to go back to that well every time, instead of branching out and really just listening, just taking whatever comes your way that you like and putting it in there. You're not getting used to doing that. You're not getting used to putting different things together. You're not used to that. You're just so used to working in the confines of a particular genre that I guess what I would say is that there's a better chance that you're going to run into, down the line, you're going to notice, like, I'm not really doing a whole lot outside of the genre, if you're thinking that way. So that's really all I have to say about genres and creating your own sound. But I think it's really important, if you want to create your own sound, to really just think about anything that you like and like find ways to put it in there, and not worry about what genre it comes from. So yeah, that's it. Take care.